Hello everyone, hope you all are doing good. Today I'm going to discuss about Flow Designer Flow Logic. In the previous section, we created a flow and now we will see how we can add flow logics into the Flow Designer. Okay, let's see. Log into your system, okay, or your instance or customer instance, okay. So in the, let's open the Flow Designer. Okay, open the Flow Designer. So before we created a add user to the group, ST group, service desk group. Okay, let's open the flow. Okay, let's open the flow. To edit the flow, just you can edit the flow. Okay, and once you edit, and you need to save and you need to publish it. Okay, again to activate it again. Okay. So for now, say for example, it is like whenever the user is created and it's having department in service desk, then it should create a group member. So now I will add, okay, I will add one condition. For example, let's open the users table. Users table. Okay, so let's see. For example, if so when I need to add, like, for example, if email is not empty, okay, email is not empty, then only we should add. And if email is empty, then don't add or something like that. Okay, we need to create some conditions, something like that. So before this one, we can create some flow logic. Flow logic is like something if, else if, okay, else. For example, if we select if, then this else if and else will be activated, or for each record, okay, or do the following until like something is if it is completed or something. Okay, make a decision or do the following things in parallel, or call a workflow, okay, or end a workflow or dynamic flow. Okay, or get flow output, set flow variables, okay, or try and error methods. So all these are called flow logic. For example, now let's say simple if adding, I will add if. Okay, so our condition label is email is not empty. Okay, so how can I get email is not empty? Okay, so here the condition is drag and drop a data field. From the trigger condition, I get the user record, go down, okay, and find the email, okay, and email. So what is my condition? Okay, is not empty. Okay, it's like it's not empty. Okay, and done. Okay, then then I need to execute this flow action. Okay, then it will execute. Then it will execute. Let's see now. Activate it. Activate. Okay, so I have added a condition and this is already there. Okay, so let's see now what will happen. Okay, for example, go back to user and create it. Okay, email is empty. Okay, let's find test for test for department is service desk. Let's see the user is added into the group or not. Let's see. Okay, open the groups also. So which group? Service desk. So the test 4 is also added. Why the test 4 is added? Okay, so we added this. If email is not empty, then it should create an. Okay, so why it is not added? Because the thing is, this if will execute. Okay, okay, and we did not write anything here, and this is like a parallel, like this will execute. Okay, then after that this will execute. Okay, sequential operations, but not if this and this will execute. So whenever you are writing if, then you define the action here. Okay, what is action? Create a record. Create a record in groups members table. In group members table. Group members table. Add field. Select field. Group service desk. Add field again. User. It is this the user record. Okay, and done. You see, now you see the difference. If email is not empty, okay, then a create group member record. Okay, then you delete this one. You delete this one. Okay, okay, and the flow. And if else, okay, you can add the logic, flow logic. Now if you see else if uh, else if you have any other conditions you can add it, but I will add else conditions. Okay, else condition only. Else what I will do is action. I will create a log. Okay, I will create a log info message. No email is found. Okay, no email is found in users table. That is why user is not added or something. Okay, not added or something. You can add it or message. Okay, or you can add like some plus user record. You can add which user record you are referring to. Okay, something like that, and done. Okay, so done. So if you have multiple conditions like if else, okay, so okay, and this will done. Okay, so then in the if else, if and then you want to end the record, you no need to check any other further. For example, I'm adding an action, okay, and send email. Okay, for example, send email target. Select a target record, okay, and the user table to user, okay, subject update mail email in your user record something. I'm sending an email, okay, and done. Okay, send email. For example, if email is not okay, then I want to end here. Okay, and no need to go to else statement, and no need to else, and then no need to go to the send email address. Okay, so I need to end. So to end this here itself, so you can use a flow logic called end flow. And the flow for here. If a group is added and the flow, no need to trigger the email. Okay. What if I did not add the and flow? Let's see. Let's see. Delete it. Delete it. Okay. Let's remove the test for user from here. Text for and save it. Now we add some email. test@test.com. Okay, test@test.com and save it. Now let's before activating, you can test it. Okay, you can test it. And user record is test4 and run the test. Now you can view the executions. Okay, so this trigger condition is satisfied, completed, and this you can see it says evaluated to true and create record. Okay, and then it is not when, but it also send an email completed. So like I need to send only if this is not executed, right? So if this is executed, nothing to do with else and send an email. Okay, so for that, let's see it is added. Test4, remove it and save it. Okay, so now add a flow logic called end flow. Okay, and save it. Test it now. Test for record and run the test. Okay, your test results. Okay, now see, evaluated true, create record is completed, and then the flow, and so here itself it sended the flow, and it didn't went to like send email or anything else. Okay, that's the use of end flow, where you have to use the end flow, where for example if you need to stop somewhere, okay, then you have to use end flow. But if you want to go till the end, and no need to use here the end flow. Okay, this is the end only. Okay, so no need to use the end flow here. So once if the test is done active, okay, then activate again so that the new version will be published to the users whenever they are using it. Okay, yeah. So now let's see some advanced conditions or advanced flow logic. So inside if you can use if, and you can use if else also inside if. Okay, something like that you can use. For example, if email is not empty, okay, then you can create a record. Okay, or before creating a record, you can do some again if what if we can you can do, for example if email is not okay, then if language is English, then okay, then you then you need to create in this group, service desk group, or if not service desk Germany group, or service desk Polish group, or French group or something. Okay, based upon the language you need to add the user into the particular group. For example, where is the language here? So L location language. So just pick. Okay, choice is English. Okay, um, language is English. Then you create this one. Then you have added the create group. Okay. Uh, then this will not work. Okay, you need to add the action here again. Okay, and again this one here you need to move. Okay, you cannot create here. You have to create a new one again. Okay, you cannot if you duplicate the action, what will happen? It will duplicate here, but it will not create here. Okay, so to move it to this point, it will not move. Okay, okay, so just you need to add action, and then the same steps you need to define. Okay, so that's something. Okay, now let's refresh this page, reload it, don't save it. Don't save it. Now, see, this is user is created. So no, I don't want whenever the user is created, I don't want to run at the time. I want to run when I need to pick all the records and add it at a time. Okay. So for example, today we have created 5 records and 5 records to be added at a time at the end of the day, not at the time of the user is created. Okay, some kind of requirement you got it. Okay, so then what I have to do? So then I will do created, not created, schedule on daily. Okay, schedule on daily. Okay, delete. Okay, at 8 or something. Okay, whatever the hour it is. Okay, daily or weekly or monthly or run once or repeat. Let's clip on run once on time. Okay, or anything. Okay, or repeat. Okay, or daily. Okay, so let's set up a daily. Okay, then these conditions are not evaluated, right? Okay, so then what you need to pick is you need to get an action. You need to look up into the user's record, what all the users records are created today, and um, like look up records, look up records, select table, which table it is, users table, this users table. Table 1 created on today or created on yesterday or today, whatever it is. Okay, um, and so under department is service desk. Okay, service desk. You can how many maximum results? Maybe 1,000 or 10,000. That depends upon the frequency what you are getting. So you can add for more filter. Okay, and done. Okay, uh, then if it is created, created. Then what if it is created? For example, you will get n records, 1 to 10 records are the 10 records. For each record, you want to do the same steps. Okay, then what you need to do, you have to add some flow logic called for each, for each the records available, lookup records, user records. Okay, or for each count. Okay, or it will not come as a count. Okay, it will come as a count like, but for each records you have to do it. Okay, for each record, okay, what you have to do it again this will not work here. Okay, for each item. Okay, in this is a loop. Okay, here you need to create if logic. Okay, flow logic if email is not empty, email is not empty, then the user record, for each of user record it will be available. Okay, and here you need to select email is not empty, is not empty. Okay, and then email is not empty. What you have to do, email is not empty, action create a record of group members. Okay, group member, this group member. Okay, add field, group is hard-coded value called service desk group. Okay, add field value called user. Which user you have to? This there is an user record for each. This user record you need to add. Okay, and done it. Okay, then. Okay, so once it is finished, what you have to do is like flow logic is end the flow. Okay, and here then what you have to do is a else action. Flow logic is else. Okay, and same log file I want to create a same log file. Flow log, logic No, action. I want to log something. Okay, user record with no email or something. Okay, else no email with something, and then I want to send email or something. Send email target record for each table user to user record, not user record, here to email of the user record. Email I need to add here. Okay, no email, something done. Okay, now these steps are unnecessary, so you can delete these steps, delete it and delete it. So it's simple. Okay, for each record, this will execute. Okay, for each items in this will execute, and this if and the else false. Okay, such kind of things. Okay, now we will test it. Okay, so let's see the users which we created is today. We will remove it. Test for test 2. Okay, something we will remove and save. Go to the users table. Users table created today J2A. So we have only test 4 as email. Test 3, test 2 we don't have. Okay, let's see. Let's run it now. Test it. Okay, and run the test. View the flow execution. So you have an error. Here, the flow logic is getting error. Test 2, test 3, test 4. So what kind of error it is? We need to know. So you can see email validation is failed. Email has no recipients. Okay, email has no recipients. Something it is failed. Okay, let's see where it exactly it failed. So send email. Email has no recipients. Okay, so for which user test 3. Okay, we are sending emails, but there is no email address, right? So that's the reason it is failing. But what we need to do is cancel the test and let's see the user group, because it is not executed because there is no email, right? So that's the reason. And the send email. So we will send an email to test@test.com. Some custom email. So this is the manager's email or something, or can say, okay, something, and save it. Let's test it again. Save. Okay, we need to click on done and then save it. Test it now. So what happened to this flow? Let's reload it. send email, remove it, test.test@test.com something. Save it. Now test it. Run test. View the log files. Now you see the test completed because there is no error. Okay. Now the lookup records for each lookup, how many 3 records are there. Now if you go here and see test 4 is added. Now go to the email logs or logs, open logs or logs. Okay, created J2A, filter out. So where is that our logs? We should get a log here, but let's see where it is posted. Okay, so let's go to Flow Designer. Okay, else no inputs, no logs. Okay, for the first one, it is okay. Okay, input created else. Okay, and the log is created with no email. Okay, to for output data. You can see the log is created log level. Okay, so in the logs, it will not be shown. I think it will log in the here itself. Okay, so and the send email is completed. Send email for test 3. Okay, send email is done. And steps, you can see step 1. So let's see the in the emails. So update email in your user record. No email for test 1 and test 2 or something. Okay, so user test 3. This is test 2. Okay, so that is simple. Okay, so adding the logics. Okay, adding for each items, how you can add, if, how you can add flow, how you can add else. Okay, same thing. Okay, this kind of logics you can add. Okay, so that is called a flow logics we use. Okay, so if you click here, okay, so we created like actions we created. Okay, using the actions created, you have different kind of actions. You want to create a task, you want to delete the record, you want to log it, you want to look up record, you can send email, send notification, wait for conditions. So all these things you can use. Flow logic, okay. Subflows, how we can call the subflow, okay. How we will create an custom action. So let's see in our next section, okay. That's it. Thank you. Please do subscribe to get alerts for upcoming videos. Hope you will enjoy and learn ServiceNow. Thank you very much for your time.